Agitating for Biafra is my right, says Nnamdi Kanu. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this channel that we got in this morning. But Nnamdi Kanu is saying that agitating for Biafra is my right, says Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, let's dive into this. Well, uh, after more than 4 years in detention, Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, remains defiant about his calls for the independence of Biafra. Speaking to reporters in a courtroom at the Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday, Mr. Kanu reaffirms his commitment to the cause, citing his legal right to seek a sovereign Biafra nation. That is why I do what I do. I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra. By my right, I have the right to agitate, he said, looking into the journalist's cameras. Agitation for the secession of Nigeria and East region, today's 5 states of Southeast as an independent Biafran nation prompted Nigeria's civil war in the late 1960s. Present-day agitators led by Mr. Kanu has extended the boundaries to include some parts of the neighboring states bordering the region. Since 2015, when the Nigerian government first arrested and later charged him in court over his secession activities, Mr. Kanu has been rallying forces for pro-Biafran agitation, which have caused wave of violence and unrest in the southeast. His remark asserting his right to agitate for Biafra came after a court hearing on Monday, which was intended to continue his trial. The scheduled hearing was stalled after Mr. Kanu challenged the impartiality of the trial judge, Binta Yako, and demanded her recusal from the case. It marked the second time Mr. Kanu would openly confront the judge to keep her hands off his case. The prosecution, led by Adeboyegba Umolo, the senior advocate of Nigeria SAN, urged the court to ignore Mr. Kanu's call for her withdrawal from the trial. But the judge yielded to pressure from Mr. Kanu and his lawyer Aloy Ijimako. Well, Mr. Kanu is being tried by the federal government on terrorism over his separatist activities. The trial was stalled in September after Mr. Kanu asked Mr. Yako to withdraw from his case. Mrs. Yako rescued herself and sent the case file to Chief Judge of the Federation, John Tosho, for reassignment to another judge, but the Chief Judge later returned the case file back to Mrs. Nyako and directed any party that was displeased with her handling of the case to file a formal application for her to rescue herself. Well, the secessionist leader insisted while addressing journalists on Monday that the Chief Judge has no power to compel Mrs. Nyako to continue handling the case. This is the Federal Gazetted Law of Nigeria that says here that the Chief Judge of Nigeria cannot tell Binta Yako what to do. It is here, it's your law, obey it, Mr. Kanu said, pointing at a pamphlet in his hand. He also added that Binta Yako has no jurisdiction to try me. I came out here out of respect for the law. She stands rescued for my case and cannot try me. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. He added that he had earlier petitioned the National Judicial Council (NJC), accusing Mrs. Nyako of bias and his prolonged trial. Why is it that when it comes to my case, they turn it upside down? They turn the law upside down, Mr. Kanu yelled. While pointing at Mr. Umalo, the lead prosecution counsel, Kanu said, an old man like this doesn't know the law. You don't know the law. Turning to journalists in the courtroom, the IPOB leader cubed, this is the law of Nigeria. The prosecution and this court doesn't know the law. This is the fact. Poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. Poor knowledge of the law is killing this country. They don't know the law. And that was most of the things that Nnamdi Kanu said for us concerning this headline today this morning, which says that agitating for Biafra is my rights. But on the norms, Nnamdi Kanu was 100% right in that on that particular day, on that court hearing day. Well, before I move on, don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, the best you can do right here, right now, is to tap that subscribe button with the notification bell so that anytime I'm in the video, you'll be the first to get notified about it ASAP. I mean, it is simple. If the federal government don't know the law of Nigeria, at least somebody should teach them the laws of Nigeria. Because a lawyer rescued herself from the case. And according to the Federal Gazetted Laws of Nigeria, I mean, it was not Nnamdi Kanu that wrote the constitution now. It was not Nnamdi Kanu that wrote it. The constitution was there before him. The constitution was there before Binta Yako. It was not Nnamdi Kanu that wrote the constitutions of Nigeria. Good. And according to that same constitution, according to that same laws of Nigeria, once a lawyer rescue herself, he or she rescue herself from the case, she can't come back to that case at all. And that judge, once a judge rescue herself, and that judge is independent, meaning that the chief judge of the federation cannot tell that judge, cannot order that judge to go back to that case. No, it is just the job of the chief judge of the federation to find a judge who will preside over that case. And that is the issue that is going on with Nnamdi Kanu, because Nnamdi Kanu told her to rescue herself back in 2024. She did rescue herself. She wrote a letter for a social. I mean, the letter was published for everybody. She signed the letter. She gave a copy of the letter and the case file back to the chief judge of the federation, John Tosho. And after so much time of wasting. I mean, all this is what the federal government wants. The chief judge of the federation gave the case file back to us, saying that there's nobody that will handle the case. You're the best fit since you've taken over the case for a very long time. No, that's not how things are done. That is not how things are done. No matter how she have taken the case for a very long time, she stand recused. Yes, you must find another judge. Well, now the chief judge of the federation gave returned the case file back to her, saying that she must be the one to preside over the case, and that's what made Nnamdi Kanu furious, because this woman is like the living devil. This woman, this Benta Yako, she lies. She does anything possible just to let the Nigerian government win this case. And I don't know why they think that Nnamdi Kanu is a man. I don't understand. Do you think that Nnamdi Kanu does not know the law? Nnamdi Kanu knows the law more than you. And even Awomolo, the presiding judge for the opposing federal government, he just telling the court, man, please continue with the trial, man, please continue the trial, because all of them are just all of them just want to convict Nnamdi Kanu. That is it. Binta Yako cannot preside over Nnamdi Kanu's case. It is as simple as that. She stands recused. I mean, do you think Nnamdi Kanu does not know the law? That's why Nnamdi Kanu was quoting the law, the federal gazetted law for them, saying that it is your law, obey it. It was not Nnamdi Kanu that wrote the constitution of Nigeria. It was not him that wrote it. Then why are the federal government finding it hard to obey their own law that they passed? Like, why are they finding it hard? What do you guys think? Tell me, what do you guys think? You see, this issue of Nnamdi Kanu, if it's something that we first have to calm down, think about it, like seriously. And everybody, every Biafran and every Igbo civilian are angry are angry for this injustice that the federal government are doing to him. What do you guys think? Drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Then tap the subscribe button as bigger on with notification bell so that anytime of any new video, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day ahead of you.